and welcome to this week's DSS break. It's great to have you guys with us today. We're here live every week to discuss the world of data, AI, and machine learning. We chat about unique experiences and best practices with leading data professionals in a 15-minute break. I'm Anna, the founder of Data Science Salon, and today I'm streaming directly from our headquarters, which is located in the heart of Miami near the Design District. And today we're joined by Dr. Lovedeep Saini, who has made the leap from practical physics to leading AI-driven financial technology projects. And with a deep dive into automating financial document processing using AI, OCR, and generative AI, Dr. Sani will share insights on revolutionizing compliance and regulatory tasks in insurance and finance. And we will highlight her journey, the impact of AI in insurance and finance, and the future of automated document handling. Thank you so much for joining us for this DSS break episode, Lovedeep.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today.
So great to have you. Well, let's go ahead and dive right in. Can you tell me, Lovedeep, a little bit about your journey and what got you interested in data science and engineering in the first place?
Oh, sure. I would love to share my journey and the part that how I ended up in data science. I'll cover that in two components. One is first half is like how I ended up in particle physics, and that particle physics is the one that taught me data science. So that's the main component. So start is growing up, I have always been good at math and science, and that led me to pursue a bachelor's degree in these subjects. And there I appreciated this fact that physics elegantly intertwines with mathematics to explain the laws of nature. And that fascinated me with and motivated me to specialize in radiation physics and quantum physics. And I did my master's in those subjects. And following that, I finished another postgraduate certification that was especially in accelerators. And that's the one that got me interested in hadron colliders. Now, these words might sound like maybe heavy, maybe too tacky, but I'll give you somewhat introduction. So Hadron Colliders, basically, when I learned about those, that is the one that led me to pursue a PhD in experimental high energy physics. So the experiment that I'm talking about, it's Large Hadron Collider, and I was engaged with one of the machines there, which is known as CMS. And this is where I learned about data science. So that's the second half. That's the main half that I learned data science from CMS collaboration while doing my particle physics thesis. So let me explain a bit about what CMS is, and I think that would make sense that why I'm talking about learning data science from CMS. So it's a kind of machine. Think of this like a detector, a particle detector that is designed to see a wide range of particles and phenomena produced in a high energy proton-proton collision. And that's happening at Large Hadron Collider. So that's where we smash basically two protons together, head-on collision. We do there, and at a speed of close to speed of light. And the physicists sit there, and this machine basically that collects the data from those particle collisions. And we physicists sit there and develop computer programs to code the data analysis logic so that we could test the existing theoretical prediction. So I hope now you can see that this machine is collecting data. I'm sitting there writing programs so that I could test existing theoretical model. So that's where data science comes in. And that's where I learned that how a machine's data, a collected data set, can help a physicist to uncover many universe secrets. So CMS collaboration, if you have not heard about, especially Large Hadron Collider. So I'll give a brief hint that if you have heard about Higgs boson discovery in 2012, and that led to Nobel Prize in 2013, That's the collaboration that I'm talking about. So I feel proud that I was contributing there.
Wow,
And
that's really awesome. Thank you so
yeah,
much for
thank
sharing that.
you. Yeah,
That's a very amazing experience that you had. So
yes,
that's
definitely.
awesome.
Thank
And I
you.
guess now that you transitioned from particle physics to finance and insurance and AI, what unique perspectives and approaches have you brought into this field from those experiences that you just shared in the collider and everything?
Oh, yes. So I have brought basically a unique perspective from that side. So my background there at Particle Hadron Colliders that taught me advanced uh, technologies as well as methodologies and how we can use those to solve complex data problems. And we do we always prefer there a thorough and detailed data-driven analysis. I mean, data analysis that should be thorough and robust. And that is not only robust is not the only thing. We want a reproducible experiment. We want it to be scalable. And we do a lot of emphasis on peer reviewing, verifying each other's experiments. And the experimental approach for each and every problem solving, that's the best thing that I have learned there. That's the best experience. So particle physics is the one that taught me dealing with complex data sets and extracting meaningful insights from a large set of noise, and using advanced technologies, methodologies, as in clustering algorithms. I learned their regressions for detecting and identifying particles, and all this stuff I learned there. So
Cool.
I
That's awesome. No,
I
it's
I bring that perspective from there.
yeah. Cool. No, I think that's a great perspective. And I guess let's move into what are some of the biggest challenges in applying AI to automate parsing and response generation and financial documents, especially concerning data quality and diversity. I know
Yeah.
you're an
Yep.
expert in
Yep.
this part.
Yeah. See, we are talking about data parsing from financial documents or any other unstructured
Yep.
documents. So those documents, the data quality within those documents, and as you mentioned, diversity, that themselves exhibit a wide range of challenge, especially like they have different formats. Some of them are PDFs, HTML, and all that. And even within those PDF documents, there are structural variations. We have images, we have tables, we have handwritten notes, and all that. So that's that diversity and the data quality issues with reading the handwritten notes. That is a challenge itself when we try to extract information from these unstructured documents. And further on top of that, we are talking about financial industry or especially insurance sector. So
Mhm.
we do see this sector specific language and terminology, and that is another challenge complication here.
Right.
And on top of that, we are employing OCR technology. That was the side of financial sector, financial documents. But if we talk about tech, if we are employing OCR itself is not sufficient or is not that well trained tech that could extract uh, text from images or these kind of handwritten notes. So it's not only one side challenge, it's both sides. And if we are these days talking about RAG implementation, this retrieval augmented generation, etc. So what do we want to do there? We want to connect with our existing knowledge base, our data sources, so that we could talk about our internal content, enterprise content, and we could produce a enterprise context relevant response, right? So when we are talking about connecting with our own knowledge base, that's where if we don't have a well managed content base or knowledge base, we won't be able to integrate RAG to do what we want to do. And mismanaged data sources is another challenge. And on top of that, RAG needs prompt engineering. And if we don't know our domain and we cannot craft a precise and clear prompt, we won't get a good result. So these all are the challenges. I think it's not one end, it's
Yeah.
tech as well.
Well, it sounds like you're working through them. So,
Yeah, yes, we are. Yeah, we are trying our best to optimize so that we could get what we want it to do for us.
exactly. And I guess now that brings us to the future of these compliance and regulations and finance and insurance. Are there some emergent technologies out there and trends that could further transform this domain, you think? Like aside Chat GPT and that stuff.
See, when I talk about emerging technologies, I would definitely focus on the other Gen AIs, like not only text based, but what about this vision based and speech based Gen AIs. And of course, there is interrelation between these two, between all these Gen AIs. Like we may convert speech to text and do some sentiment analysis on that. And we want to see the picture and identify whether there is some sort of risk there within that picture that could help us. So visual Gen AI, these are also holding a significant potential to revolutionize more than what we see in text-based Gen AIs.
For sure. No, I totally agree with you on that one. And how do you facilitate did you want to say something else? Did you want to add to that last one?
No, of course, I'm good there. That Gen AIs, the emerging tech on Gen AI, all sort of Gen AIs are the ones that I see hold a significant potential to revolutionize, to transform our businesses.
Yeah, no, totally, for sure. And
Yeah.
the next question I had for you was about effective collaboration between AI experts and financial professionals, because I feel like that's a very kind of tricky subject, because I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication, and I think that's what we talk about at our New York event too, right? Like, how do you
Yeah.
communicate with the financial professionals when you're trying to implement these solutions, right? Like, how do you really explain these things effectively?
Yeah, of course. See, that part that you just mentioned, effective collaboration, that is the key. And collaboration between us as tech experts, AI experts, and the other end, which is business professionals here. So that is the key for a successful implementation of any solution. As long as they are not accepting what we are building, so what's the point of building? So that uh, we do need to facilitate this kind of collaboration where we could establish a common language. We could understand each other's goals and challenges. It's not only one side, but both sides need to understand each other's challenges. And for that, I think uh, regular knowledge sharing sessions, workshops, and working cross functionally across teams, that would definitely help bridge the gap between both sides, both domains. And I would like to say that fostering a culture and environment of mutual learning from each other and respecting each other's view, perspective, and especially we AI experts, we want to make sure that our AI solutions are the ones that align with what they are looking for, what industry needs from us. So that would be more impactful and innovative. That would result definitely in innovation and the better outcomes.
No, definitely, that's great advice. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know that you have a lot of extensive leadership experience. And what would you say your philosophy would be on building and managing effective, diverse teams in tech? Because I'm sure, we just talked a little bit about that, like effective communication. But is there anything else when it's very like just such different team, like, when it's finance professionals, data people, and then maybe marketing people, right? Like all on one project or something. How is there any other advice that you have about this that you could give? How to make it very effective to work together?
Yeah. My philosophy on building and managing effective interdisciplinary teams will be more about, I would say, let's go with an additional component, that diversity. Diversity as in bringing together individuals from a varied backgrounds, from expertise of engineering, science, business, all these, and that's what would spark innovation and creativity. And on top of that, um, empowerment. I mean to say, empowering team members to take the ownership of their projects, and that's what I feel. I view that that what would foster a sense of responsibility and commitment to taking it to a impactful solution of each and every project that we are leading. It should be, I believe that taking ownership takes you to really far. And never stop learning, continuous learning. I would always encourage this continuous learning to ensure that the team remains on top of, at the forefront of all these technological and methodological advancements.
No, for
That's
sure. Yeah.
it. Mm.
I think that's great. Yeah, that's again great advice, continuous learning. And yeah, I mean, I think yeah, definitely stepping up, like I feel like makes you stand in front of, like, stand out for the in the management, right? To the management, so then you can work your way up and stuff. And I think that's all really good as growth too, which goes into my next question about young professionals. I think all the advice that you gave kind of goes, hand in hand to people trying to get into data science and AI. But what about, maybe even before you get into teams, right? Like, and are dealing with these problems. What would you offer as advice to people that are just kind of thinking about if they should go into data science and AI?
Yeah, okay. To young professionals.
Yeah.
Of course, those who are entering the force, or even those who are already in this force, by the only the best one, I think, is again, never stop learning. This field is rapidly evolving, even if you are doing masters or bachelors in this field, and even if you are already done and you are here and working day and night, you're going to see that every other day there are going to be new different models,
Yeah.
new tech every day emerging, constantly emerging. So this field, I would say, in general, is always evolving, and you need to stay on top of all the technologies and methodologies always. So get ready for that. And second is this is interdisciplinary field by nature, data science. So wherever you are employing your AI, whatever domain you are employing it to, you do need to learn that too. It's not only mastering your technical skills, cramming them, learning them, but you need to know where you are applying that. That's important too. And the best one, my original perspective that I told earlier that I brought from my scientific collaborations, your problem solving mindset. Always cultivate a problem solving mindset, and the ability to think critically about your data, your models, your domain. That would take you to a build a transforming solution.
Awesome. Well, that's a really nice way to wrap this up. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, Love Deep, and for sharing your experience with the audience. It was great. It was a pleasure to have you. And actually, Love Deep, if you'd like to meet her in person, she's going to be speaking in Austin on March 20th. And I'm really excited to see some of you there in person, or you could watch on demand after. So I look forward to seeing you there soon, Love Deep, in person.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
yeah, so nice to catch up with you now. And everybody at home, I hope all of you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Guys.
Thank you. Bye.